Aloha shavers, what's up? Today I'm going to be attempting a forced patina of this copper alpha double-edged safety razor. This is made out of copper and it's really nice and shiny. I just degreased it. I degreased with dish soap, scrubbing it, and I finished off with some rubbing alcohol to help force the drying and increase the degreasing. The rationale behind that is if there's any oil, like fingerprint oil, or if you treated it with like Renaissance wax or anything, that's gonna act as a barrier to prevent the forced patina solution from doing its thing. So this is still drying off a little tiny bit. I'm gonna give it a few more seconds while I get my solutions ready. I bought Cool Tools Patina Gel. This is stabilized liver of sulfur. It's an antique coloring solution for silver, copper, bronze, and brass. It won't do anything to stainless steel. So I have 3 bins made up here. This is going to be my liver of sulfur solution. They say to use as hot as water as possible, but not boiling. This is fresh water to rinse off after I do a soak. And then I'll fill this with water too. This is 2 tablespoons of baking soda. That will be the neutralizing solution. The solution does neutralize over time. It'll start to get cloudy and then eventually it'll get clear and it'll just be water and it's safe to go down the drain. You can also force neutralize it with baking soda in here as well. So like 4 drops, I'm gonna just do like a little tiny squirt into the hot water, and I'm going to start with the handle, and I'm going to try 10-second soak and see how it goes. The idea is to soak the entire piece of hardware and make it completely dark brown, dark black, and then you polish off the areas that you want to shine through. So the typical goal of this is to have the recesses be darker and then the high touch, high friction areas be shiny. So it should follow kind of a natural aging process, but sped up a few hundred years. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my basins ready and I'll check in with you right before the soak. Okay, got my hot water, my baking soda water, and I've got my vent on to, this stuff is really stinky. Got a little towel with some baking soda here in case I have any spills or whatever, just as like a safety spill kit. All right, we're gonna go in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Into the neutralizing solution. Or this is the rinse solution. Now we're in the neutralizing. It got pretty dark. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit, and I'll do an initial coat on the top cap and base plate as well. And based on how this looks after that, I'll consider doing another soak. They recommend you use copper tongs for this, but these are shitty tongs that I'll never use. So I don't care. Base plate got nice and dark. What do you guys think? It's cool. It's definitely darker. I might do another bath with a handle. What do you think? Let's go again. Oh, that's cool. Man, I think it looks dope already. I don't even know if I want to really polish the edges or whatever, but we'll see. It's not as stinky as they said it would be. Alright, I'm going to let these dry for a little bit and check in with you in a little bit. So, here's what it looks like with two coats on the handle, one coat on the base plate, one coat on the top cap. I think it looks pretty cool. I remembered I need to do the handle, so I'll go ahead and dip that. Well, not the handle, the stand. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and do my Yates brass with charcoal hand hammer as well. Doesn't look like it's doing much to this. Maybe it's coated with wax or something, or Maybe my solution's not hot enough? Alright, I'll check in with y'all later. Thanks. Alright, I think I got the copper where I want it now. I wanted it really dark so that when I do polish up the higher parts of it, that it will really stick out. So I really like this really dark, rich color that it got. And it took a third bath for that. Based on the research I did, you could probably achieve this quicker with hotter water, but I just didn't really want to add another hazard to this as I'm new, so I just went with the hottest my tap could go. It looks like the brass didn't do much, so I'm gonna get some new solution and try it again, and we'll see how it goes. So here's the copper. I haven't done any sanding or anything yet. Came out nice and dark, just like I wanted. And contemplating hitting the top cap again. We'll see. Alright, I got it about as dark as I'd like it. And I think it's looking pretty cool. So now the next step is to polish some of the patina off, and I'm not really exactly sure how I want to tackle this, but I kind of got everything I think I might need. Some quadruple aught, steel wool, some micro mesh. These are all kind of used up from turning brushes, so I'll probably start from the finest and then work my way down. And then I got some sandpaper if I need it. And then they also say that rubbing some baking soda on some of the areas can help clear off some of the patina and get the polished, semi-polished look. So we'll see how it goes. I have a feeling I might end up taking this to my polishing wheel, but we'll see. Okay, so I cleaned it up with some quadruple aught steel wool, and the lower area, the recess areas, stayed dark. I really wanted that scalloping in there to stay dark. It did. And then I worked on, you know, the higher points, like the top of the knurling. And I wanted the base plate to still kind of be kind of shiny, mostly because that's the part that touches me the most. The truckle handle and Yates brass just kind of got a little bit darker. It didn't really do too much. And I think it looks cool. The handle looks cool. Or the stand. So that's how the package looks, and you'll see it in some shave of the days, I'm sure. So I'll be curious to see how the brass carve I have coming in. I got the new brass overlord or whatever, overland coming in brass, so I'll probably age that a little bit as well. Thank you guys for joining me. Again, this is my first time, so excuse any noobness, but I think all you guys are used to me trying stuff out on camera for the first time, so it's just kind of what I do. And I appreciate you watching. See y'all later. Bye.